The little boy in the bedroom is like a battery that's lost its charge, refusing to open his eyes. Poor Am has no choice but to take him home for some long-term rehab. To save on nursing costs, Am has to learn all sorts of expert knowledge from the nurses. Just as he's burning the midnight oil, the monitor for his daughter's room suddenly comes to life. A strange man's whisper comes through the speaker, like he's saying, "Give it to me, quick." Sayo's spine chills at the voice. He takes the device to the stairs, reassuring himself that it's just sleepwalking. Suddenly, realizing something's off, he darts into his daughter's room, snatching her up tight, only to find nothing but empty space. He wonders if he misheard and goes to coax his elder son to sleep at night. The elder son suddenly says, "Mom, I don't want to sleep in this room. Can I switch places?" This piques Sayo's curiosity, until the son adds, "I don't like him walking around here at night." Sayo jumps, the late night shadows grow darker. The elder son is woken by the sound of his brother's ventilator and thinks he sees other visitors in the room, but after all, he's still just a kid. Cautiously, he closes his door and hops into his little den like a scared rabbit. Meanwhile, Sayo spills the strange events of the day to him, who thinks it's just a radio mix-up. Just then, a frantic knock echoes from downstairs, making him feel uneasy as he jumps up. They just moved in, so it's unlikely that friends are visiting at midnight. Regardless, Am calls out loudly, but gets no reply. He locks the door again and turns on the alarm, and at that moment, Sayo hears the daughter crying. He gets up to comfort his daughter, only to see a strange man standing in the room. Sayo screams in shock and rushes in, but as soon as he steps inside, the man vanishes like a magician. It's as if he never existed. Just when Sayo tries to explain, the alarm goes off, prompting him to tell his wife to take their daughter to their son's room. He goes downstairs to handle the alarm, only to see the door swing open, leaving him dumbfounded. Am thinks, is a dark figure visiting? Grabbing a stick, he's ready to turn the tables. But at that moment, his expression shifts to fright. From then on, Am starts working overtime like his wife, desperate for cash. It's for his son's medical fees. Debts overwhelm him. He sees an old lady even when closing eyes. Subtitles, all this is a director's foreshadowing. Next day, Sayo finds a red handprint while changing her younger son's sheets. Oh my, this definitely wasn't left by them. He immediately calls Am, sounding like a breaking news reporter. "It's home quick. I know you're at school just avoiding stress, but there's something really important at home. Hurry." By the time Am gets home at 11 p.m., Sayo has been waiting at the door for ages. She tells Am she's terrified. This house has issues, and she's not seeing things. Am clearly doubts it. "Are you saying our house is a ghost?" Am not doubting, uncertain. "I need you, but you're always out." Her words fill Am with guilt. Yes, they are both carrying enormous pressure. Sayo tosses the sheets at him, angrily spins away, and they start sleeping apart. However, Am falls back into a dream, recalling his bizarre childhood experiences. Subtitles, he recalls the corridor illuminated by candles, and while everyone is fast asleep at night, something strange occurs outside his son's bedroom window. Sayo wakes abruptly, sees it's just past 1 a.m. Stress is immense. Suddenly, a shadow moves outside her window. Believing it's Am, she tries to call out, but the appearance of a figure in black completely terrifies her. Downstairs, Am hears her cries and rushes upstairs. This time, he chooses to believe his wife, and the next day, they pack the family up and move out. Sayo thought her mother-in-law would scold her for being dramatic, but instead, the mother-in-law showed up to help, and new home was filled with laughter. When her mother-in-law sees Am taking a family photo, she's shocked, saying, "I can't believe you convinced Am to take a picture." This is indeed another foreshadowing element, as Am has never had a single photo of himself since he was young. After her mother-in-law had departed, Sayo began tidying up the room all by herself. Unexpectedly, after she had thrown away the garbage, she actually spotted a child inside the house. The child dances along with the spinning record, but as she steps closer, he vanishes like a magic trick. Sayo thinks they're playing hide and seek, but upon entering the room, the boy disappears, leaving only a rocking horse waiting. At this moment, a pair of shoes in the wardrobe catches her eye. Although scared, she musters the courage to pull back the curtain. When Em returns, Sayoi has already called a priest in to convince She swears she saw a little boy today, but he's definitely something else. Subtitles. Clearly shows no belief and firmly insists it's merely his wife's stress. At this point, the mother-in-law speaks, proving Zao's words true. She says she dreamed of today's events last night and saw the face on her face. In the familiar environment of and Zao, she entered the room of their little grandson. In that location, she catches sight of an object tucked away in the corner, and immediately following that, a commotion breaks out in Doug's room.